Before we begin the presentation, I'd like to go over a few features of Gotowebinar. Everyone is currently muted and will remain so for the duration of our webinar. We'd like to invite you to ask questions during the webinar on our questions panel on your dashboard. We have someone standing by to answer your questions immediately, so you'll be getting an answer as soon as you type your question in. Also like to let you know that we will be recording this webinar and posting it on our website. You'll be able to find it on our webinar page by next Tuesday, October 9th. So now I would like to introduce Chris Grozowski, an application engineer for EMA Design Automation.
Thank you, Kelly. Good afternoon, everyone. Looks like we have another decent turnout, so without further ado, let's get started. Again, as Kelly mentioned, my name is Chris Grozowski. I am an apps engineer for EMA Design Automation here in the Rochester, New York office. I have worked with the Orcad product line for a number of years in various roles here at EMA, and I'm excited to discuss some of the new features that have been made available within the Cadence Orcad and Allegro Pcb Editor environment. For those of you that attended our first session Tuesday afternoon, where we covered the new apps and capabilities that have been introduced to increase productivity at the schematic level, welcome back. As I go through today's material here, you will probably notice that there is a slight overlap of some of the content covered. However, you should see some useful info on the new features and capabilities available for the Orcad and Allegro Pcb Editor tool. For those of you that just registered for today's webinar, we're glad you can make it, and I hope you find the information presented during the webinar useful. During our first session, we covered the apps that have been introduced to improve productivity within Orcad Capture, the Tickle-TK programming language, as well as the journaling capabilities supported in Orcad Capture. For this session, I will focus on some of the apps that have been introduced for the PCB design environment that are intended to bring additional capabilities to those of us using the Cadence Orcad and Allegro Pcb Editor tools. We will conclude with a brief overview of the Orcad Marketplace, and I will highlight a promotion that has been made available to attendees that have registered for at least one of the sessions. At the end, we will conduct a brief question and answer session to address any questions that you might have. As I had stated in our previous session, the goals for these webinars are to increase awareness of the Orcad Marketplace and to highlight some of the new features that have been made available and intended to improve productivity in the schematic capture and PCB editor environments. We also ultimately hope to encourage additional content development from the user base so that new ideas and more functionality can continue to be developed and made available. Before getting into the apps, I would just like to quickly provide a little background on EMA Design Automation and cover some of the software applications and resources that we provide. EMA Design Automation is a full-service EDA solutions provider offering software tools, design services, product training, and technical support for the entire PCB design process. Founded in 1989 and a Cadence distributor since 1998, EMA is staffed with experienced engineers and offers EDA solutions tailored to the needs of each individual customer. EMA Design Automation is a leader in product development solutions. We offer a complete range of electrical and mechanical CAD tools, data management, PLM systems, services, training, and technical support. EMA is the Cadence channel partner serving all of North America and is a reseller of the Autodesk design solutions, with a focus in the manufacturing industry. By bringing together the tools from these two market leaders, we provide a single source for all of our customers' design and software needs. We are an authorized training center for both companies' products and offer in-house, on-site, and remote training options. With the largest scale of any reseller in the PCB industry and over 20 years of experience, EMA is uniquely capable of serving your needs. Our strategy is to partner with our customers and provide you with the tools needed to be successful. We frequently tackle large implementations and custom software development projects for our partners. We also produce the component information portal CIP, Timing Designer, Circuit Space, and the EDA Builder products. Just like we saw in the schematic capture environment, plugin applications have been developed for the Orcad and Allegro PCB editor to provide new ways for Cadence and the channel partner network to introduce additional functionality to PCB designers. And over time, we hope that a community will emerge in which apps will come from a variety of sources. Orcad apps offer more control for adding new features and provide a very powerful option for customizing the user interface, command structure, and design database. Through apps or scripting customization, users have the ability to apply automation to processes that have traditionally been done manually. This allows designers to complete tasks faster and can make once difficult operations much easier. Custom features that do not currently exist within the Orcad or Allegro design environment can be created or downloaded, further enhancing and extending the Orcad environment. The main benefits realized with these apps are that they are available instantly, as there is no need to wait for the next software release. You select only the features that you need, and you don't have to pay for new capabilities that may not be of interest. These optional supplementary modules are stored in the Cadence directory of your Orcad or Allegro installation and are automatically identified by the Orcad and Allegro PCB editor as plugin modules. The first app that I would like to cover is an app developed by EMA Design Automation called Release Manager. The Release Manager app was generated for engineers that spend an inordinate amount of time compiling and packaging their PCB editor fabrication files and documents for their circuit board layout job. The app also addresses issues with missing files for the PCB job package that could potentially cause delays with getting boards shipped on time. EMA Design Automation's Release Manager app provides Cadence, Orcad, and Allegro PCB editor designers an efficient and consistent way to complete the documentation phase of their design. The app also ensures that each archive contains consistent data. The Release Manager app will perform the following tasks. The app will create Gerber files for all films previously defined in the PCB editor artwork control form. Also, it will generate a standard IPC D356 electrical test record. A script runs FabMaster, Fiducial, and FabExtract programs and zips these three files into a fab.zip compressed file. The app easily generates an ODB++ job compressed file. The Release Manager also creates NC drill, NC route, pick and place, and test prep reports all automatically. An option to include supplemental document files for your PCB project, and finally automatically generate a readme.txt document file for all project contents. The Release Manager app can currently be obtained for free in the online store located in the Orcad Marketplace. I will quickly bring up the PCB editor and show you where you can locate the app in the PCB environment. We can access the Release Manager app by selecting the My Apps menu found in the PCB editor, then by selecting the Release Manager app found in the EMA Apps folder. With the Release Manager user interface invoked, you can add a project and a revision, enable any checkboxes of desired outputs. Also, you can add the folder that includes any supplemental files to be packaged and generate a readme.txt file. If we select Generate, the app creates all folders and associated files, and a summary report is displayed and created. The Release Manager creates a folder named, derived by concatenating the project number and revision fields, and locates it as directed by the Output Directory field. A subfolder called Fab Files is created containing the output file specified in the Content Setup window and the ODB++ folder with the file included. Also, a zip file is created containing all the files in the Fab Files directory. The Fab Files directory contains all output files that have been generated. The Release Manager app significantly reduces the time required to generate and package documentation files, speeding the process from hours to minutes. The next app that I would like to highlight is EMA Design Automation's Footprint Gen app. The Footprint Gen app is accessible from within the Orcad or Allegro PCB Editor tool and accurately automates the generation of complex IPC 7351 compliant or user-defined PCB footprint land pattern models. The Footprint Gen module accomplishes land pattern generation in a fraction of the time compared with typical manual methods and is intended to flat out eliminate the manual processes traditionally associated with footprint creation. Footprint Gen gives users the ability to input dimensions directly from the manufacturer data sheet, and the app will generate a footprint with the appropriate pad length and width, spacing, and arrangement. To launch the Footprint Gen app, select the My Apps menu from the PCB Editor main menu listing, then select the Footprint Gen app from the EMA Apps folder. The Footprint Gen app supports a host of calculator types, including BGAs, chip arrays, QFPs, SOICs, as well as a number of others. EMA recently released an update that included numerous general enhancements based on user feedback, over 30 new SOIC calculators and their associated families, as well as connector calculators that support complex connector types with variable grid patterns. The Footprint Gen app integrates seamlessly with Cadence Orcad and Allegro PCB design solutions and complements existing apps, including EMA Design Automation Symbol Gen. Using EMA's Footprint Gen app, PCB footprint models can be verified and correlated to the schematic symbol models, and users will be able to immediately identify any errors or discrepancies. The resulting workflow is intended to dramatically reduce design time and errors. The next app that I would like to discuss is a free DFM and analysis and Gerber viewing package from the DFM experts, Numerical Innovations. Numerical Innovations is a division of Canberra Technologies that develops software tools for PCB, MEMS, IC, microwave RF, and optical components. While the Orcad and Allegro PCB Editor is very good at performing design rules checks, it has limited capabilities for capturing many common design for manufacturing problems that are hidden in the Gerber and drill files. Hidden problems in your artwork will ultimately affect the manufacturability and yield of your boards, which is why a lot of designers typically use Gerber viewers before sending these files off to the manufacturer. The problem associated with this method is that Gerber files typically contain hundreds of signals and through holes, so using a Gerber viewer that does not contain DFM capabilities can open the project up to additional delays, which is why Numerical Innovations has released the DFM Now application. I'll move back over to the Pcb Editor, and we will take a look at some of the capabilities supported in the DFM Now interface. To launch the DFM Now interface, open the My Apps menu found within the Pcb Editor and select the DFM Now application from the Numerical Innovations Apps folder. From the main tab, we can specify the location where our manufacturing data currently exists and also select the format that our data is currently stored in. We have the option to perform standard Dfm checks, and we can also run a netlist comparison on our manufacturing artwork. The main tab also allows users to start the DFM Now executable, display the DFM Now app help guide, exit the app, and also reset the app dialog settings back to their defaults. If we select the DFM tab, we can choose the following DFM checks: minimum pad, minimum trace, minimum space, minimum annular ring, minimum interclearance, minimum drill, and other NC checks. If we select the Advanced tab, you can see some of the advanced DFM checks that are available in the DFM Pro version. These settings include support for locating acid traps, starred thermals, non-functional pads, power and ground shorts, negative plane thermal conflicts, isolated connections, mask slivers, solder bridges, silk over mask, and silk clearance to border. From the Netlist tab, we have the option to search for and highlight both shorted and open nets. The Options tab allows users to choose the default behavior for the DFM Now artwork path. The About tab provides some background information on the development of the DFM Now app. DFM Now allows PCB designers to easily verify that their Gerber, drill, and ODB++ files are ready for PCB manufacturing. The latest version of DFM Now also offers increased performance, support for DXF and DWG import, improved support for the import of compressed files, and is optimized for Windows 7. DFM Now can be downloaded from the online store found in the Orcad Marketplace and is completely free. The next couple of apps that I would like to showcase have been developed by FlowCAD, the Cadence channel partner serving Eastern Europe. FlowCAD has developed a number of software plugins for the Cadence Orcad and Allegro software called Flowware. One of the Flowware apps that are available in the Orcad Marketplace is a plugin for the PCB editor called Panelization. The Panelization module is a new app that supports the populating of fabrication panels within the Orcad and Allegro PCB editor environment. Generally, during production, PCB designs are placed on a panel. This will typically be done by the PCB manufacturer. However, for users that would like to do this inside the Orcad or Allegro PCB editor, you can now accomplish this with the Flowware module Panelization. The Panelization module will allow you to place the same or different designs multiple times on the panel. The panel references the design database, and changes in the design can be updated with ease. All reports and export data supported within the PCB editor are available for the panel database as well. In the project, a panel frame with fiducials is placed manually onto the canvas. The design is selected for reference and can be renamed for the panel. The layer stack-up is imported from the design into the panel database. After initializing the design, you can place the complete design on the panel. If you would like to place the original design a second time, but rotated and or mirrored, you can quickly change the settings and place the resulting design in the panel. If you would like to add another design to the panel, a new database can be selected, and complete arrays can also be added in one quick step. Complementary information such as bill of materials, test points, drilling and mitering information are automatically transferred to the panel database. Increasing part per panel yield through panel layout optimization is often the easiest way to reduce PCB manufacturing costs. Using Flowware's panelization layout optimization technology, PCB design and manufacturing professionals can now quickly maximize part per panel yield inside the PCB editor and obtain the lowest possible PCB price. A trial version of FlowCAD's panelization module is currently available in the online store, and the standard version sells for $3,500. The next app from FlowCAD that we will look at is a useful plugin for the Orcad and Allegro PCB editor called LabelTune. When laying out a board design, you typically define the size and position of text associated with objects, symbols, and the silkscreen in the library. When placing these library parts in your board design, you may want to rotate or mirror components, and the text may overlap or become unreadable. The manual cleanup of text formatting can be a very time-consuming process. To address this situation, FlowCAD has developed the Flowware LabelTune app that allows PCB designers to automatically adjust PCB editor reference designator labels to match component orientation and size. Label Tune allows you to optimize this text in minutes with easy settings for aligning and sizing. Components can be optimized individually, or you can select entire areas to update. The Label Tune module helps you to clean up the text more efficiently and directly from within the Orcad or Allegro PCB Editor tool. This drastically reduces the time spent making assembly documentation and adds clarity to the reference designator classification. A trial version of Label Tune is available in the online store, and the full version of Label Tune currently sells for $980. The last set of apps that I would like to quickly highlight are a couple of Pcb Editor Add-Ons developed by Orcad Systems out of Denmark. Orcad Systems is the Cadence channel partner serving Denmark and Greenland, and they offer sales and training for the Orcad line of products. The first app from Orcad that I would like to touch on is a free utility intended to help with shape creation and editing in the PCB editor called ShapeUtils. The NSWare ShapeUtils app contains extra tools for creating and editing shapes used in the PCB editor and offers 3 main utilities to assist users. The first utility is the Force Update All Shapes function that forces an update of all shapes found in the design. One common issue that users can experience in the PCB editor is that the shapes are reported as being up to date, while in actuality they are not. The Force Update All Shape function ensures that all shapes found in the board design are up to date. The second feature included with the ShapeUtils app is Delete All Voids. Delete All Voids will either delete all voids in manual and auto voids or just auto voids. The idea with this feature is that instead of having to delete auto voids for each shape, it can be done for all shapes in one single action. The third and last feature found in the ShapeUtils app is Disable All Shapes. The Disable All Shapes function will disable all shapes in the board design and shows them as being disabled immediately. The second app from Orcad Systems that I would like to touch on is a utility called the Planar Transformer Generator. The Planar Transformer Generator is intended to dramatically decrease the time required to create planar transformers in the Orcad and Allegro PCB editor and currently sells for $250 in the online store. Creating complex shapes, such as planar transformers, can be an error-prone and time-consuming task. The Planar Transformer Generator module provides an easy-to-use wizard methodology to automatically generate these complex shapes based on user-defined parameters. The Planar Transformer Generator currently supports 3 types of transformers: spiral, turn, and shape-based. Users have the ability to specify parameters and observe the results in seconds. This app is a plugin for the PCB editor and currently sells for $250 in the online store. The last app from Orcad Systems that I would like to highlight is the PDF generator. PDF files are typically much more portable and secure in comparison to the Allegro BRD files, and can be used by customers to share a subset of design data with their vendors who do not require direct access to the design data. PDF files can also easily be posted on websites and open within browsers. The Orcad Systems PDF generator creates a complete PDF document from a simple user interface. The program generates a page for each artwork film that is configured. It also supports running a custom command to generate the desired artwork films for PDF generation, and will automatically restore the original artwork films upon completion. The NSWare PDF generator is available in the online store and can currently be purchased for $250. If you have any questions regarding any of these apps that I have covered, or any of the apps that you find in the online store, please feel free to contact EMA Design Automation for additional info. To conclude our session today, I would just like to quickly provide an overview of the new Orcad Marketplace. Initially introduced to Orcad Capture users back in May 2011 through support for web-based content inside Capture made possible by Tickle, the Orcad Marketplace is now available to the entire Orcad and Allegro PCB design community through a standard desktop browser. The expansion of the Orcad Capture Marketplace allows users to view and download content through any web-enabled device. This is intended to give the entire engineering team easy access to the Orcad Capture Marketplace content and information. The Marketplace offers new ways of interacting with Cadence, EMA Design Automation, and the Channel Partner Network, and is ultimately intended to create a tighter bond within the Orcad community. The Marketplace contains an industry-first online store with both free and paid plug-in tools or apps, and offers a wealth of component and product information that users can access without leaving the Orcad Capture environment. Currently, there are two methods available for accessing the Marketplace. You can launch the Marketplace site from the Start Page tab inside Orcad Capture by selecting the Visit Marketplace link. You can also access the Marketplace over the web using the OrcadCaptureMarketplace.com web URL. Let me bring up the Marketplace here, and we will go through a quick tour of the site and cover the resources that can be found inside. As you can see here, we have the Orcad Marketplace homepage. The Marketplace contains a typical web layout with a homepage and a number of tabs that you can select that will allow navigation to additional information. The Component Search tab allows users to connect with component manufacturers and distributors from around the world to research, filter, and select the right components and parametric data. This includes Orcad active parts, as well as online databases from Future, DigiKey, Mouser, and Arrow. Included in the component search are also links to additional Orcad graphical symbol libraries from various component manufacturers, including Altera, Cypress Semiconductor, as well as National Semiconductor. Symbols can be searched for via the footprint or symbol, manufacturer, device type, status, and we also have the option to clear filters. Here we have the Model tab that provides access to simulation models. For those of us verifying designs via simulations with PSpice AD or the Orcad Allegro SI tools, we can use the Model Search tab to locate additional PSpice and IBIS model and library parts that are not currently available within the tools. Models are searchable by model type, manufacturer, as well as device type. The Multimedia tab includes Orcad-centric product and design information, including videos, application notes, white papers, movies, and general tips for the various product features. The Multimedia Center is intended to streamline the process for locating the resources and materials needed to ramp up on new product features and design technologies. Using the search filters, you can perform refined searches based on the technology you are interested in, the type of media, as well as the language and status. The Pcb Services tab provides access to a listing of PCB service bureaus that have been reviewed by Cadence, and as well as a link to the various channel partners listed by country, making it easy for people to connect with regional design service providers that also use the Cadence Orcad and Allegro tools. The EDA 360 Information tab provides insight into new visions on where CAD design is going. And what you will typically see is that the Orcad Marketplace is closely aligned with the EDA 360 vision, which advocates moving beyond traditional EDA boundaries to meet today's business and technology challenges. The Contact tab provides information for Cadence offices worldwide, as well as a link to the worldwide network of Cadence channel partners. The Contact tab also includes a link so that users can leave feedback on the Orcad Marketplace. Here we have the Online Store tab that provides an industry-first web market for the plugin tools or apps that are available for the Cadence Orcad and Allegro schematic entry and PCB design tools. We have the Home tab, a Products tab, a My Apps tab where you can see the apps that you have downloaded, and a My Account tab where you can log into your account. If you are interested in downloading apps, you will require login credentials to access the download section. New visitors will need to select the Create Account link to obtain login information. The available apps contained in the products list are intended to deliver new power, to add features, and to customize the Orcad Capture and Pcb Editor user interface, command structure, and design database. Once you have logged in, you can select the Products tab, where you will have the ability to review and download the various apps that are currently available within the site. You can see here as I navigate through the list, each app has an icon associated with it, as well as a brief description and cost info. Some of the apps will have fees associated with them, and others can simply be downloaded for free. With the current list of apps that are available, pricing will range from free to $3,500 and will typically be determined by the developer of that specific app. A few of the paid apps also offer a try before you buy option. The trial period for these paid apps is intended to give users time to evaluate the full version of an app within their design environment before committing to a purchase. Trial periods for app evaluations will typically range from 7 to 15 days. As we dig further into the individual apps, you will also notice each page includes a built-in 5-star rating system, information on the app, images and videos associated with the apps, as well as user reviews. Once you have downloaded an app, you will be able to rate and provide feedback for that specific app to let the developer and other users know how the app performs. Leaving feedback can be done through the Rate Product link on the My Apps page. Whether you have comments on the marketplace or feedback on a specific app, we definitely appreciate all feedback. Cadence will also use the marketplace to announce information on new releases and provide notices when updates have been made available for the individual apps. For those of you accessing the marketplace via the web, it will definitely be a good idea to save the website link to your favorites and check back in on the marketplace on a regular basis. To conclude, let's jump back over to the PowerPoint. Before closing, I would like to highlight additional resources that are available to the user base. If you have a need for a particular app, however, due to other circumstances, don't have the time to develop the required code, please feel free to contact EMA Design Automation. We would be more than happy to discuss your requirements in depth and using our internal resources to develop the app in-house. If you have developed an app and you would like to make it available for other users in the marketplace, please contact EMA Design Automation. We can assist with testing and submission to Cadence for placement in the online store. Also, I thought I would note that Cadence has announced the new 16.6 release. For more information on the new features and release dates, please visit the EMA Design Automation website. If you have any questions whatsoever regarding one of the Cadence supplied apps that are available in the dashboard, please feel free to email the orcadscripting@cadence.com alias or contact EMA Design Automation. I would also like to mention a promotion that EMA Design Automation has made available specifically for the apps developed by EMA. The available promotion can be applied to the following apps: the CIS Quick Start app, Circuit Fit, Test Point Annotator, Symbol Gen, Status Display, and Footprint Gen. The promotion discounts the paid for EMA apps by $99 and will be active through the end of October. Please keep in mind this promotion is only available to those that have registered for at least one of these webinars. Look for the promotion code in the follow-up email that you received from EMA Design Automation. Also note that a couple of the EMA apps that are available in the online store only cost $99. So using this promotion, you could potentially obtain these apps for free. And please keep in mind that this promotion is only valid through the end of October. I would like to thank everyone for joining us for these webinars, and I hope that you have seen value in the new features and capabilities that we have shown. Cadence has announced the next 16.6 release, so we should see that soon. As I had mentioned in the previous session, there are additional apps coming, and we are excited to announce the introduction of tickle-based apps for the PSpice AD and advanced analysis tools that can be accessed and extended with user-definable actions and capabilities. This will enable a simulation environment that can be enhanced to specific flows and needs and allows users to leverage advanced features and design capabilities. Have a wonderful day, everyone.